Hey you guys, it's Brandy Chanel and welcome back to my channel. Welcome to your Real Housewives of Atlanta review. I can't remember which episode, but it's season 13, but I can't remember which episode, okay? I know I did not do the review for last week, and instead of me going back and doing a recap, I just decided to go ahead and do this video, okay? So the episode starts off with, the ladies are all going on this trip. So everybody all drunk as shit trying to figure out this damn murder mystery. And honestly, no one is really paying attention. You got Shamia over here drunk as hell. You got Portia over here drunk as hell. She don't want to use her brain. That's no surprise to anyone. You know what I mean? I think it's like Tanya, Candy, and Kenya are the only ones that's trying to solve this murder mystery. Like, no one else is trying to solve it. And so Kenya says that whoever wins the murder mystery gets the better room because there's another room coming. So in the midst of all this, we have Fallon coming. And because now Latoya was there with Kenya when she was preparing for the murder mystery. Okay. So then she interrupts and goes, I did it. I killed it. Try to rush the process so they can hurry up and they can party. And Kenya states that she was kind of embarrassed because she did so much to try to get this murder mystery going, and all the women were drunk and not really giving a fuck. And so at the end of it all, Kenya figured out the murder mystery, which is funny to me because she is the one who she's the one who came up with the murder mystery. So it was just kind of funny that she solved her own shit. But, moving on. So now we're to the ladies, finding a room, getting ready to get acquainted in their rooms or what have you. And Fallon, we find out she's at a villa next door. And it's because she brought her husband. She said her husband is her best friend. Listen, this is how I feel, right? I feel the same way about bringing kids on the trip like I do husbands, okay? Now, kids may be a little different because in Kenya's situation, she doesn't have like a village. She doesn't have anyone she can just leave her child with. But if you have somebody you can leave your child with, i.e. Portia mama and sister, and then it's Candy can leave her babies with her husband or her mama, like, if you have people, leave them damn kids. It's a girl trip. So I feel the same way about spouses. Why is you bringing your spouse on a girl's trip, honey? It is a girl's trip. I understand that's your best friend, okay? But goddamn, like, you can leave a motherfucker at home and enjoy your trip. But nonetheless, she brought her husband, and Toya was kind of saying what I was saying, okay? But she brought her husband, and Drew had said something like she don't like husbands or whatever the case may be. And as they're leaving, Toya says, what did you say about my husband? She said, I just said you don't like husbands, okay? And Fallon does like her husband. So like a whole 10 minutes later, Toya, you can kind of see that kind of irritated Toya and she didn't like it. So you can kind of see, she's kind of bothered by the comment. So, she goes to, they're in Candy's room and she grabs Drew. And as she's grabbing Drew and pulling her forward, she says, what about your struggling husband? Let's talk about your struggling husband. Now, listen, I hear a lot of people saying, well, Drew did say such and such. Okay, but y'all have to remember, Toya has initiated, whatever situation or issue that Drew and Toya has initiated it. So Drew probably feels like, okay, this bitch been shading me, so I'm gonna throw my little shade in. And at the end of the day, Toya, you the one who told everybody, hell, that you can do whatever you want because you and your husband is separated, so you don't care about husbands. Fallon does, and that's what Drew was saying. And furthermore, to wait a whole 10 minutes later because you so bothered by it, then grab Drew and pull her forward and try to act like, what about your struggling husband? Now, Drew, Yes, that is what she did. How and what she said was fucked up, and what she did was fucked up by touching you. However, you did tell people that your husband left for 3 days and ain't tell you, so you can't be mad at that. But I think she was more mad at Fallon, not Fallon, Toya grabbing her, and it becomes this big ordeal or what have you. So now Toya is trying to act like, who did she put her hands on? Who did she put her hands on? And everyone's like, girl, you put your hands on her. You cannot put your hands on anyone. And, Marlo was in there trying to defuse the situation. So they get the two in the room and Toya apologizes to Drew. And then she's like, can I touch you now? And since Drew's like, no, not ever. And it's clear that that Toya is drunk and she don't know what's going on because she's trying to poke the bear. So she's drunk. So they go on and show the girls the rest of the room. And it turns out, of course, Marlo got the shittiest room. I don't know why Marlo expected to get a good room if Kenya was the host. Like, they're given their history and at the beginning of the season, they're not really getting along. I don't understand why Marlo is upset that she got a shitty room. So the girls go and eat, and then they go in and start talking about what happened. And Portia's telling Drew, like, she thinks that, Toya is the kind of person that's gonna poke you to get a reaction out of you. And I agree. And Portia knows this all too well because we all know her and Kenya got into an incident where, Kenya was poking her and she dragged the hell out of Kenya. But yeah, that whole situation was really crazy. Okay, so it's the next day and the ladies are, all waking up. We see Kenya in the kitchen, getting breakfast together. I think it's really shitty how she is not able to show her baby on television. And I'm gonna touch on this because I didn't get to in the last episode. So it came up in the last episode that Mark or that I'm trying to figure out what it was. Kenya has to ask permission from her husband to bring Brooklyn on TV or do anything. She can't do it without his approval. Let me tell you how I feel about that. I think it's, like I said before, I think it's shitty because Kenya is a single parent and he's trying to dictate how she raises her child all the way in New York. I don't know about y'all, but I wouldn't be asking permission for shit. Okay, I am the one raising this child. I am the one with this child 24/7. And what you're doing is FaceTiming her. Okay, so I don't think, I'm sorry. I know they parents and they co-parenting and they, they have to make decisions about Brooklyn together. I'm sorry. I am the mother and you should trust me that whatever decision I make for my child, you should trust that I'm making the right decision. I'm the mother. I would never put her in harm's way. So I think that's where Kenya needs to come from. So moving on. So the ladies are getting up, getting ready. It's already been said that they have nothing going on. So they're just basically sitting around that day. We go to Marlo's room and her and Candy are sitting up there and she's getting dressed up. And she starts talking to Candy about having the worst room. And I'm just like, girl, it is not that serious. You act like this your house and you moving in. Like, it's really not that serious. It's only for a few days. Like, you can't tolerate a room for like a few days. Like, it's not that deep, Marlo. You and that woman got history. So why are you even pushing it? It's not that deep. So then we see Shamia and Portia out by the pool, and Portia is showing Shamia Dennis's text. And so she's not responding to the text messages. This is what I don't like. These women on these shows, they will push you to a toxic marriage before they encourage you to step out on your own and be single by yourself. They would rather you be with an ain't shit ass nigga and be in a toxic relationship than just to be by yourself. Listen, I'm pretty sure Dennis has said all those things before. Like, I love you, I want you back. He said it before. And when she came back, he cheated. I don't understand why we're encouraging Portia to go back to Dennis after he did something wrong, after he disrespected her. To me, that is crazy. And I cannot believe that these women think that that shit is a turn on to say I love you. I mean, and I agree with Portia. Like, Shamia is too damn easy for me. All he got to do is tell you he love you, and you'll go back to him after he done sat there and fucked around on you all this time. Girl, bye. Okay, y'all. So everybody just sitting around. It's already been said that they're having lunch prepared, and Kenya arranged for a whole pig to be served to them. So why does Heifer go in, get herself something to eat, and then eat in front of everybody? Now listen, I get it. There was a fridge full of food, right? And if the ladies wanted to order something, they could have just ordered it. I get it, but you're the host, okay? How you gonna expect somebody to eat something that's in the refrigerator, but you won't eat it, okay? And then you left them sandwich meat and stuff. Who's trying to eat some sandwich meat? Like, are you serious? And it's like, Kenya, you said you had a whole pig roasted for them, ma'am. Why ain't you eating that pig? Why aren't you eating that pig? Why did you not say, you guys, I'm going to order some food. You guys want anything? You guys want me to order something? Like, why some? I mean, to me, I thought that was rude. My whole thing is this. You knew what you was doing, Kenya. You knew exactly what you was doing. That was crazy. And so now we got Miss Toya. You guys, I'm over Toya. I am over Toya. Girl, why would you order a wig and give it to Drew? Like, to me, that's not shade. And Toya just gives me real attention-seeking vibes, okay? She gives me real attention-seeking vibes. She do stuff for the camera, and it's too much. It's way too much. And I hope, Drew cusses her the fuck out. Because it's really kind of disrespectful. You know what you're doing. You know you being shady. So stop it. Okay, so finally, dinner is ready. They having a pig. It look like it has some macaroni and cheese, some green beans, some coleslaw. It look real, real good. I'm from Alabama. I'm from the South. So when we see a pig, it don't do nothing to us. I eat chitlins, so eating the pig ain't nothing. But the pig looks really good. Of course, Portia cannot eat it because she is vegan. Listen, it seems like every season she be on a damn diet and don't never stick to it. So whatever. They finally sit down for dinner. Tanya and Kenya had a little bit of words. They had some words, because I think Tanya had said Kenya was spoiled, and Kenya was like, well, what's spoiled to me is when you have somebody serving your food. And if y'all didn't see it, Tanya had asked one of the servers to fix her plate, which I thought was just ridiculous. I mean, I like Tanya, but I was like, girl, you can't fix your own goddamn plate? Like, seriously? You can't fix your plate? Okay, girl. So they sitting down, and then freaking Toya says, she wants to apologize to Drew for talking about her wig. In that apology, she finds the need to be shady. And for whatever reason, I just don't know. Like, at the end of the day, if you're not going to apologize the right way, then damn it, don't fucking apologize. Just don't do it. So she said it was fake of her to talk about her wig instead of saying it in her face. And she said that she bought Drew a new wig, and it's plucked right and all this other stupid shit. And Drew is basically telling her, no ma'am, no ma'am, no turkey, no ham. I get my wigs done by the top stylist in LA, I guess, or Atlanta. Well, with that last wig, it was kind of hard to tell, but whatever, okay? So then Drew gets up to her room and go get a picture of herself, and she brings it back. And while she's up, Latoya says something like, look at her outfit. Now, bitch, didn't you just get finished apologizing to this girl, and as soon as she gets up and leaves somewhere, and she has her back turned to you, now you want to talk shit? Like, what was the apology for if you're just gonna do the same shit, right? I didn't like Drew's outfit, by the way, but it is what it is. It's her style. It's her choice. She comes back and she gives Toya a picture of herself and signs it and says, Toya is a number one fan. I thought that was clever. I thought that was real clever, and I think it was Drew letting them know, like, yes, I'm nice and I'm cool, but I will get you together if need be. Okay, and I really like that about Drew. So then, it leads to the conversation of Kenya and Marlo's friendship or lack thereof. And Marlo said she felt so bad about being in that little room, and I'm just like, oh my God, Marla, let that shit go. It is not that deep. It is not that serious. You always talking about that girl. So of course she's not going to be nice to you and give you a good room. You just called her ass fake. Now, is Kenya's ass fake? Yes. Is she ever going to admit it? No. This is the same woman who denied for years that she wears weaves and wigs. Okay. She denied it for years. Okay. She's also denied having her breast done, but a doctor confirmed that she got her damn breast done. So if you think Kenya is going to admit to any of that, you're wasting your breath. So then it turns into this big deal. Marlo gets up and leave, with this dramatic exit or whatever. But that was basically where the episode left off, you guys. It was an okay episode. Not really much going on. Not drama filled, but it gave us enough. So let me know how y'all feel. Do y'all feel like Toya was wrong for what she did and for grabbing Drew and telling her about her husband? Do you think that Drew's reaction was, the appropriate reaction? Do you think that Marlo is putting 20 on 10 about this room that Kenya assigned her? Just let me know down in the comments what your answers are. Don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe to my channel, and you all have a good evening.